Well, that is certainly gonna be the first of many. Hopefully they get cheaper from here. I'm gonna be doing a lot of driving in the next few days, like a lot of driving. So I really leaned heavily into the Trader Joe's pre-prepared meals and little goodies, because typically when I'm on the road for many hours a day, I end up just getting a bunch of fast food, and I don't want to do that. I want to really try to be a bit healthier. So Trader Joe's, if you're watching this, let's work out a partnership. We could make this happen, you know? Now, of course, that isn't to say that I will only be eating pre-made Trader Joe's food for this whole trip. But while I'm on the road, it's nice to have quick access to pre-prepared food items. So that way I could keep covering as much ground as possible. I woke up today feeling pretty sick. I felt like my throat was scratchy. I felt like I had a really stuffy nose, and of course, great timing, right? The day that I'm leaving. So I got this little immunity shot booster thingamabob. Does it work? I don't know, probably not, but at least there's some placebo effect that may work. It's pretty gnarly, but it feels like it should help. Today marks the beginning of my cross-country road trip. Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine. 3,500 miles one way. Now, if you missed my last video, I'm driving across the country. Portland, Maine is not my last destination. From Portland, Maine, I'm gonna be continuing up north, probably into Nova Scotia, and we'll see from there. But anyways, 7,000 miles round trip. Realistically, probably closer to 10,000 miles. I bet you when all is said and done, I'll have driven about 10,000 miles, which is insane to do in one trip. Way more than I've ever done at once. And I'm excited. I'm really excited, and I'm excited to bring you guys along. And as you can tell, it's a rainy day here in Portland, Oregon, so we're leaving at the right time. The primary objective for this trip is to get to the East Coast and experience the East Coast fall foliage that I've wanted to experience for many years now. As a lot of folks pointed out in the comment section of my last video, it's quite late in the season to be doing such a large trip to the East Coast in hopes of catching some fall colors. So that being said, I'm actually going to be hightailing it over there for the next few days. I'm talking like 700, 800 mile days every day, because I'm just trying to get over to the East Coast as quick as possible. But that being said, I am unfortunately gonna be kind of just passing through a large portion of the country that I would enjoy seeing, but that's just the timeline that I'm working with right now. And the silver lining is that on the way back, I'll be able to take my time and really see and explore more of the country that I'm kind of just skipping over this time around. So I'm pulled over at this rest area. I stopped here to have some lunch, and I have some bad news. It appears that I sang my praises for Trader Joe's far too early, because the pre-made wrap that I got and the apple were horrible. The sandwich was overly soggy. The ingredients tasted like they were about to spoil. It was just bad. I've had better pre-made sandwiches at the gas station than that one. It was very, very sad. pulled over on the side of the road here, and it is absolutely stunning behind me. As you could see, I was driving and I looked over and I was just like, oh my goodness, I have to stop and get a couple shots. It is pretty early in the day to call it a day here, but my throat is starting to get quite scratchy and sore and annoying, and I'm feeling a little bit of congestion in my chest, so I want to just get to camp and get a good night's sleep, so that way hopefully I could nip whatever sickness I've got going on in the butt. But man, this was a nice spot to pull over. Fortunately, I didn't actually have to drive very far at all to find my spot, and as you can see, I'm still right next to the really pretty river. I didn't even really drive that much today, and I'm tired. I feel drained, and I just hope that I'm not getting sick, because that would be awful timing. To kick off the first night of the trip, I've got this Elysian Contact Hazy IPA. Cheers. I know that there's gonna be people who are saying if you're getting sick, you shouldn't be drinking beer, but it's the first night of the trip. I gotta have at least one, you know? When I was at Trader Joe's, I got this already pre-made or pre-cooked chicken and some cheese and some tortillas, and we're gonna make some really basic, simple chicken tacos. Never had this pre-cooked chicken before, so I'm hoping that it is not reminiscent of the pre-made wrap that I had for lunch, because that was really bad, as I shared with you guys earlier. Honestly, something tells me that it wouldn't hurt to give it one little hit of salt. This pan is definitely not big enough for 2 tortillas, but we're gonna make do with what we got. I don't know if you guys could hear it in my voice, but I feel like I'm getting more and more nasally as the night progresses. We're totally gonna do this quesadilla style. This is gonna sound really silly, but I could have sworn that I brought salsa. Turns out I did not bring salsa, but I do have sriracha, so this is gonna be a multicultural fusion of tacos. You know, these are far from traditional tacos, but I like to think of them as commuter tacos. It's perfect for when you're just, you know, covering miles and just driving, and you're not trying to do anything fancy. That's solid. You can't go wrong. I would make this all the time. This is really good. It's a good, simple, easy meal.
I love you. I love you too, my brother. I love you too.
As tempting as it is to fish this gorgeous river right here, unfortunately, I just got to keep going because I've got a lot of driving to do. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because I know that there's going to be so many places that I just want to hang out and explore and fish and hike, but I got to keep my eyes on the final prize, which is getting out east as quickly as possible. Also, I woke up today and my throat was not doing too great, so I'm gonna go get some Dayquil or some kind of cough medicine or something like that. So Montana has these like parking areas that are kind of reminiscent of rest stops, but there's no restrooms. It's literally just parking lots on the side of the highway for you to pull off and take a nap, make food, make coffee, whatever, which I thought was pretty cool. Plus, not to mention the fact that in Montana, the rest areas are insane. They're so nice and they're all like indoor. They're like luxury. Can you guys believe right now it's 12:50 and I still haven't had my coffee for the day? That's crazy. Definitely the latest that I've pushed my morning coffee for a while. Woo! All right, much better. Now I'm ready to get back on the road. Fortunately, diesel is substantially cheaper out here than where I last filled up in Washington. Here it's $4.68 or $4.71, I think. And then in Washington, it was like $5.69. So it's not great here, but it's a little bit better. So it looks like I'm averaging just under 12.5 miles per gallon on the highway, which it's not horrible considering the fact that I have an actual tiny home on the back of my truck. This is my spot for the night. Since I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, I didn't want to continue driving too far, so I just headed up to the local mountains, found a spot, and I'm just gonna be posted up here, taking it easy. Getting to bed early tonight, taking my Theraflu, and hopefully whatever it is that I have will be gone tomorrow, or at least I'll be doing better. I will say, the wilderness out here in Montana feels really remote, really rugged. Still can't believe the timing. Such is life though, right? Such is life. It's never a good time to get sick. Wish me luck that I'm feeling better in the morning. Good night. Oh boy, I slept in. I am feeling a little bit better. I know it might not sound like it because I was just coughing up my left lung and I probably sound a little bit more congested, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better a little bit. I just went to wash my dishes and I realized that the soap had completely solidified. So this morning, instead of my usual coffee, I'm going to be having a daytime, this is a nighttime one actually, but I'm going to be having a daytime Theraflu because I want to make up some ground today. So in order to do that, I need to be feeling tip-top. I'll stop by somewhere and get a coffee as I pull into town before I get on the highway, I'm sure. I ain't going without my coffee. You could believe that. So remember when I said that the rest areas here in Montana are like super luxurious? Check this out. So not only are they all indoors,
but each one is like an individual private suite. It's crazy. That's so luxurious compared to the rest areas that I usually go to. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. Right now I'm in Dickinson, North Dakota, and I just got done eating dinner at a brewery that had pizza, burgers, you know, typical brewery food. But it's pretty cool because in the back, behind their parking lot, there's this big open, empty dirt lot, and they actually allow people and advertise this place for campers to come spend the night and have a place to sleep, which I thought was really cool. And if you're interested, the brewery is called, what are they called? Fat Fish Brewing. That's P-H-A-T, Fat Fish Brewing, and it's in Dickinson, North Dakota. The beer was awesome. The food was pretty good. The staff was really friendly, so kudos to this place for allowing me to spend the night here. Looks like it's gonna get quite chilly tonight. Good morning, folks. I just want to quickly show you guys where I camped out last night. So this is the empty parking lot that I was talking about. As you can see, it's huge. Lots of room for many different rigs. And right over there is the brewery. So they have their normal parking lot there. Then you come around back and they have this great big lot for campers. Well, folks, I think I'm just gonna end this one here. I know that this video has been mostly just driving and rest stops in Theraflu, but that's just what the journey has been up until this point. So hopefully in the next video, I can reach my destination and we could get to some more fun things. Anyways, thanks like always for watching. You guys go out there, go on some adventures of your own, live life, beat the status quo, y'all know the drill. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.